Mark my words. Chelsea will beat Man United. Why do I know that Chelsea's going to win? How are Chelsea going to win? What starting 11 do I think we need to win? What is the score of this game going to be? I'm going to answer all those questions right now. Now, first, let's get into it and answer the big why question. Why is Chelsea going to win this game? Well, I'm going to give you 3 quick points to why Chelsea is going to win this game. Number 1 is it means more for Chelsea. If you look at the league table here, Man United is in 6th. Chelsea right now at the time of recording this is in 12th. If we want Europa League football, which is our goal, which is pretty dang slim, we have to beat Man United. Have to beat them because that 6th place is held by them, and we have to get them to drop points and us to get 3 points if we want the slightest little chance to get Europa League football on the league. Chelsea are going to go for it more. Poch's job's at stake. Chelsea have so much to lose. Man United's going to stay in 6th regardless of probably after this game. They're going to probably get Europa League football. They're not going to get Champions League. It's not as big of a deal as them. Number 2, we just tied Burnley. Now you might say you just tied or draw Burnley. That is not a good thing. But let me tell you why it is a good thing. Number 1 is that a couple players, Conor Gallagher, Petrovic, the list goes on, did not have a good game. That will not happen twice. I'm telling you right now, Conor Gallagher has never had 2 bad performances in a row. Petrovic has never had 2 bad performances in a row. Chelsea players have already played bad. They got those little rusty, international break thing over. They are ready to go. Number 2 reason is we were just humiliated at home. Don't forget that this Man United game is going to be at home at the Stamford Bridge. The fans are restless. We're disappointed with what they gave us, or they were disappointed with what they gave us, and they're going to come out wanting to prove a point after being embarrassed at home. The other reason I'm going to give regarding that we just drew to Burnley is going to help us is just the whole demeanor. I'm telling you right now, when we play down to a level of Burnley, there is no way but up. And I'm telling you, the way it's going to go back and forth, Chelsea had over 4xG in that game and didn't finish. Man United conceded so many shots that those 2 balance of not having a good finishing day and Man United letting us go for it, we are going to get some finishes against them. And the number 3 and biggest reason why I think Chelsea is going to win this game is because despite the crying, despite the hair pulling, despite the ruining my day that Chelsea has happened to do all season long, I am still an optimistic, I am still a passionate, and quite frankly, what is the right word? Biased Chelsea fan. Now, despite I probably haven't been crying over the performances, it's been tough. And for some reason, I got a gut feeling we're going to win this. I want to know if you're a Chelsea fan, what you think. And if you clicked on this as a Man United fan, you're probably laughing or scoffing at me. Just wait till after the game. Now, I want to go over the starting 11 I would choose versus Poch. So let's get into it. First, we got the injury list. Now, an injury list was released, and here I'll put it right here on the screen is what happened. We got this new update called In Training, and I'm not 100% sure what that means. We got Trevor Chalobah, who's in training. Good news that he's not too hurt again. Carney Chukwuemeka is in training. Great news. I swear, if he was going to have another setback, that would have just been catastrophic. Number 3 is that our man Malo Gusto did not get a serious thigh injury, but is doing better. And the 4th, what doesn't really matter, is Robert Sanchez didn't pick up the biggest knock in training. The other biggest thing on the list is that Ben Chilwell is out for illness. Now, Mark Cucurella is probably our best left back right now. I would still start him. Poch would still start him, so we don't need to worry about Ben Chilwell. He'll probably still come on as a sub. But the big one is Malo Gusto. Like, in training, does that mean you can play or not? I'm going to assume for my well-being that it does mean they can play, and I'm going to put Malo Gusto in my rosters and in Poch's as well. If he cannot play, I would put Alfie Gilchrist in both, but I'm going to be optimistic, but just a disclaimer there. Now let's get into my starting 11 real quick. Obviously, Petrovic is in goal. The back line is going to include, like I said, Malo Gusto. I'm going to do Disasi, Badiashile, and Marc Cucurella. Same backup or same line we had against Burnley. We don't really have any other options unless you're putting Thiago Silva, which with all the back and forth and the pace of Man United with Rashford and all that, I don't want Thiago Silva in there. I love Thiago Silva. I love to get a lead and put him on to help solidify it, but I don't want him to start. I think that partnership can improve, and I think they will improve. Those are the only really things I need to say. Cucurella is our best left back. Like I said, he should be starting. Our midfield is the three musketeers, the three men, week in, week out, Conor Gallagher, Enzo, and Caicedo. Don't need to say much more. It's going to be a back and forth game, and I think that this is going to be a stellar performance from our midfield. The top three is the same top three as well. Cole Palmer is a lock. Jackson's our only striker, obvious lock. And Mudryk should be an obvious lock in for that top three. Making my starting 11 be Petrovic in goal, right back Gusto. You got the two center backs and Axel Disasi and Badiashile. Marc Cucurella on the left. The midfield is Caicedo, Enzo, and Gallagher with Mudryk, Jackson, and Cole Palmer up top. The only thing I want to say that Poch is going to change right here in Poch's predicted lineup is that he is going to start Raheem Sterling because that's what Poch does best. Did Mudryk get in a good assist that was ruled barely, handball at VAR rolled out? Yes. Did Mudryk, was he the only reason that we got that pen for the most part that gave us a goal? Yes. Was he probably a top three performer on the pitch? Yes. Did Sterling get a backheel pass that is going to make him start? Yes. Did he miss an awful one-on-one chance that it's not going to be remembered? Yeah. So Sterling probably will start, which will obviously make me very angry and hamper our chances of winning more. But I still think no matter what, we're going to get through. Hopefully, Mudryk starts. Now, I'm going to go into my score prediction. My score prediction is simple. Chelsea 3, Man United 2. We are going to have a lot of scoring in this game. We are also going to have Mudryk be involved. I think he's going to have an assist. I think Jackson's going to score. And I'm going to go out on a limb and make a bold prediction that Caicedo is going to get his first goal for Chelsea. Now, I think Man United will have 2 goals there too. It'll be back and forth. We'll have the lead. We'll concede at the end, but not enough to lose the game. We are going to beat Man United. But those are just my thoughts. I'm confident. Hit the subscribe button so that you can find my channel again to say, wow, you were right. Or hit the subscribe button so you can come back and go in my comments and ridicule me in the match preview. Or talk about how we're too optimistic and need to be more depressed as Chelsea fans. But either way, I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end of the season, so I would appreciate it greatly if you could subscribe, and I'll see you in the match review. Come on, Chelsea.